talk about Joel Farabee and Morgan Frost. I want to talk about them because right now we're at the end of the season. The Flyers are fighting for a playoff spot, but realistically, it's going to be a tough push to get in there. Now Voracek's been suspended a couple games. You really don't know where it's going to go from there. Odds are we're going to have to retool in the offseason, but we have a lot of internal weapons, probably NHL ready next year, if not the beginning of the year, probably mid-year. In this case, I want to focus on two of them. I'll start with Joel Farabee. Is somebody I feel kind of gets thrown to the back. Morgan Frost has this amazing resume. We've all seen him. He's got 100 points 2 years in a row so far, hitting 70 points twice in a row. I think he has 71 points right now, 108 points on the year, 37 goals. Gonna hit 40. He also is ironically getting suspended right now for who knows how long. But with Joel Farabee, his numbers right now, last I checked, he was leading all rookies in points in the NCAA for Boston University with 31 points in 34 games. Now that, for an 18-year-old kid, is incredibly impressive. You have to remember that he is not playing against 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. He's playing against 18, 22, 23, sometimes 24, 25-year-olds, even some more mature players. Physically, he's playing more against men. It doesn't have AHL talent, but you figure just the level of talent, they're not going to produce at the same rate that they would at juniors league, right? Somebody like Morgan Frost can come in, put 2 points a game. Last time we saw that, Travis Konecny put up similar numbers to that, a little bit worse, but very, very close. And then Claude Giroux had those type of numbers as well, so a little bit of what to expect there moving forward. Joel Farabee is a very different type of player from what the Flyers have in stock right now. He is probably the closest thing we have to a true sniper. However, he is more of a two-way player. So let's think Simone Gagne at this point without the straight burst of speed. Having said that, he is a left winger. Probably will play a similar type of role coming into the league. So probably won't start off at center like Simone Gagne got a little bit of time just because he was originally a center in juniors, but Farabee will probably be brought right into the NHL as a left winger. He's a two-way player, type of guy who will play against the team's top players and produce. Right now, I could project him being anywhere around 70 to 80 point player at his max. Obviously I'm projecting here, but what I currently see with his hands, his ability to shoot, deke, he's kind of relentless, and at the pace that he's moving in college, kind of sky's the limit for the kid. Craig Button, I believe, said he wouldn't be surprised if he outproduces a lot of the players taken before him in the draft. The Flyers took him at number 14. I would agree with that right now. Probably should have been taken inside the top 10 to begin with. But looking back on him, we might see he could have been a top 5 pick. Again, I am reaching on this, but if you just look at his initial production, it far exceeds most players his age, and he's kind of ahead of a lot of the other players. For instance, Jay O'Brien, the Flyers' secondary pick that year, is struggling right now. A couple injuries, a lot of bad luck for him, really, but 2 concussions right in the beginning of the year, and now another injury. Obviously having trouble converting from high school, prep school, to the NCAA, but Farabee just kind of walked in from the USNTDP where he was playing with Jack Hughes, and Farabee has quite a fantastic history. And then after getting a big stage with USA, coincidentally, Morgan Frost and Joel Farabee both opened up their seasons, their tournaments with a hat trick, which was kind of great to see. Right, those are the Flyers' 2 top offensive prospects in the system, and both of them just excelled on the national stage. It's important to remember that Farabee is a year younger than Morgan Frost, so the fact that he's already kind of playing that role at such a young age should excite a lot of people. I think we'll notice that he'll get a lot more traction at camp than most of us expect, especially if he can put on some muscle, about 170 pounds, 6'1". He'll need more than that to make the NHL. It's not that he can't make it at being 170, but the 6'1" frame, that age, yeah, he's going to get pushed around. Claude Giroux is, 175 pounds, but the way he uses his body weight, it's a whole different animal. Yeah, I guess at this point we'll go to Morgan Frost. Frost is a very interesting case because you watch him and you just see superstar. I said this early, maybe a more controversial statement, but I really see a lot of Connor McDavid in Morgan Frost. Now, that's not saying I see him being anywhere near as good as Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid may be the best soccer player I've ever ever seen. What I do see is a player that is capable of taking over games, going north to south. So essentially just a play driver with a speed missile, cruise missile. You just give him the puck, he'll cut through the neutral zone, do a lot of what Claude Giroux does for us now, and he'll probably do it with a little more speed. He probably would be the fastest player on the team, or at least one of them initially, especially as they add strength. He's been over-seasoned at this point. I expect him to probably start off in the AHL next year for the Flyers, playing a top-line role, maybe top-line center. Just to ease him in there real slow. The Flyers don't really need to rush him. They'll probably add a couple players in the off-season as well, so they'll probably start him off with a really integral part of Lehigh Valley Phantom's season, probably playing power play, penalty kill, all situations. Really test him, unless he shows he's kind of ahead of schedule. We have a lot of guys that are a little bit older than him, who also might make the team. Wade Allison's another guy. If he's ready to come over to the NHL, he definitely has a shot at being an NHL player. The other night he just had 3 goals and 1 assist after coming back from an ACL tear, missing a ton of time, having a slow start, but then really coming back and just firing. And now looks like he's on fire, and looks like he wants to kind of project his team and win with his team. I know he's really into his college team. He really wants to win with them, which is kind of a really good sign, because you want to see a guy who kind of buys into the team that he's with. I would like to see him, see it through if that's what he really wants to do. I know most people probably don't agree with that, but we're gonna have a lot of players coming in around his age, and to have him come in over season the way Shane Gostisbehere came in, where he already has kind of his adult game refined, his body starts growing, confidence starts growing and all that, should be able to excel. Back to Morgan Frost. Next season, I could see Morgan Frost starting the season out with the Phantoms. 20 games or so, I think we'll probably get excited about, calling him up. And then we'll see what the situation is with the team. Now, could he make the team out of camp? For sure. I just think about what kind of role he'll play. They're going to want him to play on the power play at least a little bit, or at least have a serious role at even strength, right? Can they put him with Sean Couturier? Can they put him with Nolan Patrick? Can they put him with whoever will be the third-line center? If he's going to be third-line center, do they have the wingers to complement him? Right now, I say they don't. Scott Laughton would be a great winger for him, actually, right? Laughton's becoming an excellent two-way player. He has trouble finishing, but overall, really reliable player. You can put him with pretty much anyone on the team who'll complement them well. Shows why he was taken in the first round, to be honest with you. Most people don't understand about first-round picks. They're not all going to be star players. In fact, most of the time, they're not going to be a star player. Ryan Hartman is kind of a guy I see who has a higher ceiling. Only Scott Laughton can play center, so you got to kind of equate that to his value. His diversity is amazing. But, once Frost is ready, about 20 games through, I know we saw with Phil Myers this year where, he kind of needed half a season. We've seen it before. We saw it with Sanheim, saw it with Claude Giroux. It's kind of endless, and it's really up to the player. It could take longer. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. But just at the level that Frost has been moving, his skill level, his speed, the fact that he's absolutely too good to be playing in juniors right now, probably should be playing in the AHL. I don't know if he'd be a point per game player to the AHL, but he would definitely be playing a top 6 role in the Phantoms right now. You can say that about a few Flyers prospects that are not playing. Tanner Lashinsky is another guy who could definitely be on the AHL squad, at least playing in the top 9, but most likely could be a top 6 player, having an excellent season. The Flyers are really loaded with young talent right now. But overall, let's compare the two. Farabee, left winger, goal scorer, two-way guy, Simone Gagne-esque. Not the same speed Gagne had, but still good skater. More of a wiry guy than Gagne. Gagne was more of like a north-south type of skater. Quick shot, quick release, more mechanical. Not a lot of movement, but when he did move, it was quick. I'd say Farabee is a lot more wiry. So he kind of maybe a hybrid of Giroux a little bit in there, where he's kind of hard to take off the puck. Good playmaker, but also kind of responsible defensively, which is really good because that increases his chances of making the NHL, quite frankly, because it makes him a candidate to play on the third line. And if you can do that as a young player with the ability to score, you will essentially make the NHL, because that means they can bump you up as the season goes on. Hence Nolan Patrick, who started on the third line and now is making his way up all the way to the top. People think that's rare. That is not rare. That is what New Jersey did with Hischier as well. It's exactly what you should be with a player of that caliber. You don't want to put the pressure on him. If he's not excelling, there's a problem with your team. If you can't put a talented player on your team and he's excelling, there's an issue. But Farabee, I think, has a chance. The reason he won't get it is because we have too many guys. I mean, I haven't even mentioned Isaac Radcliffe, and who knows how good he'll be, honestly. He could end up being the top line left winger that really, he's 6'6", and he moves like he's 6 foot. He could be a 50-goal scorer for all we know. How do we really know, you know? I mean, Anthony Mantha is pretty good, and he's kind of a similar type of player, I'd say. Goal scorer, tall, wiry. I think Mantha is 6'5". Isaac Radcliffe is bigger. I don't know if he would say he's more talented or anything like that, but they definitely both have an elite skill set. At a young age, we'll see if that continues to progress when he doesn't have the edge and the strength everywhere he goes. But I imagine he might be the first one to get an NHL call-up just because of his sheer size, his ability to compete in the corners. We'll see. I mean, he's a pretty big kid. And last time I saw him at development camp, he was substantially bigger than everybody else, and stronger. So as long as that continues, he really shouldn't have a problem kind of pushing the base, especially at the AHL level. They have an abundance of talent down there. Matthew Strome, I haven't even mentioned him. He's probably due for AHL time as well. He'll probably start on the 4th line, 3rd line to AHL, but definitely an upside for him as well. At the very least, being a scorer at the AHL level, but most likely a 4th line player, maybe 3rd line, which would be excellent. We'll see if his skating can allow him to make the NHL level. Go back to Frost. Frost center, wiry, dynamic, sharp, like a knife. Cuts through the zone like a knife. That's the way I think about him. Very mechanical, meticulous in the way he plays, loves to pass, will shoot. Honestly, it reminds me so much of Claude Giroux, just with kind of another skating gear. I don't want to compare him to Claude Giroux, because Claude Giroux is one of the best players in Flyers history, and you don't want to really put that pressure on that young kid, but so far so good, right? You look at Hart, every single time he gets better. We saw that with Travis Sanheim. Every single league, they excel when you see that type of performance. Something you can assume it'll happen again. Maybe you can project if you see the player's work ethic through that. If they put in the work to get to their potential, you know, chances are pretty high that they're going to excel. So overall, right now, my pick to make the team next year, if I had to pick one of the two, which is really, really difficult. I would have to obviously give it to Frost just because he has the AHL luxury, right? You can drop him to the AHL anytime. Maybe it's kind of NHL or nothing just because he won't be age eligible for the AHL. So if he doesn't make the NHL, you know, he's going back to NCAA, which would be great for him as well, right? He's already kind of excelling there to the point where he's one of the best players on his team. Next year, he'll probably be the best player on his team. Help them win a championship, which would be great. You know, and then coming to the NHL as a 19-year-old where he'll probably be already NHL ready, playing against men. You know, so either way, it's a win-win. So I would say it's probably going to be Frost next year. I don't really see how it wouldn't be Frost. I wouldn't be surprised if Frost makes the team at a camp, but hopefully he doesn't. I know that doesn't sound good, but that means we have a very good team if Frost can't make the team at a camp next year. It also means they're being cautious, and a lot of times it seems to people like they shouldn't be cautious. Oh, Phil Myers was killing it, right? You know, Shel Samuelson even said in the summer and before this all started, you know, Phil Myers needs time. They always need time. In fact, the fact that they're excelling right now shows that they did the right thing. Came in here and excelled, and people forget, but Sanheim came up, had some mistakes. We saw some mistakes with Phil Myers, and yeah, to you guys it doesn't matter, but they think about those mistakes often, so you want to limit them. You know, it's like getting punched in the head. You can take it, but you know, you don't want to get hit in the head too much. You know, we all know the history with that. So, something to get excited about for next year. Hopefully, Frost. Well, I guess not hopefully. Well, hopefully he fights for a championship in juniors for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. But if he doesn't, you know, it'd be cool if he comes over to the Phantoms, especially if they actually make the playoffs, which that hope is kind of dwindling now that the Flyers took all their best players. But we'll see. We'll see. A lot to get excited about next year, for sure. More than people are aware, and they will be aware very, very. It'll be very apparent. So next time, come back for more topics. Again, this is Philly Sports Network. I'm Yariv Wolok, and you'll hear more from us later.